Tyson in there playing with these boys, trying not to knock people out. That's different. Go in there and fight. Try not to knock them out, Tyson. Inflict. Hey, what?
Everything litty, I love when it's hot.
When a gang leader confronted Tyson. I don't know if that's a safe thing to do, gang leader. Did you bring people of the gang with you? Mike Tyson has a short screw on his temper. It unleashes really quick. Really quick. Now, I haven't seen any full Mike Tyson fights or anything. It was a little before my time, but I have seen Mike Tyson highlights. I know he's a knockout man. So I'm interested to see how this turned out. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Like the video. Like the video for me. It helps. Let's try to get this video to 2,000 likes. How about that? And then we're going to see what a gang leader confronted Tyson. What happened then?
This gonna be a fight. Tyson, and you know it. You hit me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Welcome back to the Big Fight Recap here on BLTV Classic.
You gonna what? You got a nice perm.
You see his eye? His eye was just hanging out his head.
On today's video, we revisit the infamous two-fight saga between Mike Tyson and Mitch Blood Green. A genuine beef that 10 rounds of boxing couldn't squash, as the two would face off one more time on the street, this time in a much shorter affair with a decisive victor.
Oh!
Let's get right to it.
Mike Tyson crazy. Hi, Mike Tyson. I'm a good guy. Oh!
The bell is going to sound.
After Tyson's 10-round decision to James Quick Tillis in 1986, the invincibility aura from Kid Dynamite took a slight knock as the two heavyweights battled out a much closer fight than the boxing fans and bookmakers expected.
How disappointed are you that the knockout string is over?
Not at all. If anything, I feel relieved, and I'm confident if I wanted to, I could have knocked them out.
It was Tyson's first time going the distance, as he had finished his previous 19 opponents all inside the opening 2 or 3
It was his
rounds.
first time going the
That gave
distance.
some of the other heavyweight contenders an incentive to catch this teenage dynamite.
This nigga Mike Tyson. Jesus. His first 19 fights was knockouts. And he finally went the distance fight number 20. I know he was pissed. Like, why am I not knocking this dude out? What's going on? Whoa, this dude is a G, man. Mike Tyson a G.
Rounds. That gave some of the other heavyweight contenders an incentive to catch this teenage dynamo early, halt the hype train, and earn the highest possible payday outside of a championship fight.
Tyson say, gonna give me a fight, I want Mike Tyson. Point blank. Michelle C. Tyson, he's a and I'm gonna knock him out.
Mitch Blood Green was one of the first fighters to utilize the new age of digital camcorders to get his message out there to boxing fans.
Now I'm gonna show you something. Feast your eyes on the
This-
heavyweight.
There was
So
no
this
social
the
media in those
originator?
days, but
Is
look,
this the originator of using the camera to get your message out there in boxing? I'm the man. I'm going to beat you down to a pulp. Tyson probably knocked this dude
the
out.
news stations and televised sports networks such as
He got a
HBO
perm.
would air the clips during a broadcast to gauge the fans' reaction.
Power. I ain't no joke. My name is Blood Green. Now you heard my fight. Watch my smoke.
It's probably due to audio compression over time, but I can honestly say I have difficulty understanding what Mitch Green is saying. Two clear things were the muscle flexing
I
and
understood
homophobic slurs,
everything.
and bizarrely enough,
that
as far
sad?
as my research suggests, this was enough to land him a shot at the hottest prospect in world boxing.
Yeah, trolling. All you got to do is troll. Troll getting a lot of people everywhere
Growing
today.
up on the tough streets of Detroit, Mitch Green was a prominent player in 1970s New York gang warfare. By the age of 17, he had witnessed his father lose his life in a bizarre Western-style quick-draw shootout, not long before being shot twice himself, fortunately escaping with non-fatal injuries. Green tried to escape gang life by
Green
joining
been through
the
a lot.
UVA boxing gym in New York. But by this time, his ties to the street were too pronounced, as he was now hailed the king of New York street gangs by the NYPD for his role as gang leader in the deadly Bloods crew. Things slowly started to change for Mitch as his reputation as a gang leader was exceeded by that of a talented amateur boxer. The muscular 6'5" big man was racking up copious tournament success, including several New York Golden Gloves.
From the Bronx.
Yeah, don't ever give up, y'all. Everybody in the streets, that ain't the end. You can turn into a boxer. He was the gang leader of the Bloods and said, you know what, let me try boxing. I conquered the gangs in the street. This guy crazy. What's going on? Oh, I ain't even
racking up copious tournament success, including several New York Golden Gloves.
From the Bronx, New York, undefeated in 5 professional bouts with 1 draw.
Green took to the professional ring in 1980 and quickly started racking up wins over journeyman and fringe contenders such as Jumbo Cummings. Champion in waiting Trevor Berbick became the first man to beat Green in 1985, where Mitch made a good account of himself, only losing by majority decision. Both Tyson and Green were on the fringe of a world title shot, so regardless of the antics, the two were on a likely collision course. The trash talk from Green just helped build more interest in the fight, which in turn certainly struck a chord with Tyson, who openly admitted to hating that ugly mother.
Hell yeah! He got a perm, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna eat him, I'm gonna eat his children, I'm gonna bite his dick off.
No robe, no socks. He says it makes him feel like a warrior, makes him feel like a gladiator.
Tyson met Green for the first time in May 1986 at Madison Square Garden. It was Tyson's first match at a prestigious boxing venue and also the first to be covered by a large television network. Yet, the occasion didn't change the traditional no robe, no socks attire. He was all business and had a personal vendetta.
Then this Mitch Green fight was the first big fight that was like on television for Tyson. It was against the perm, what is it? What I'm gonna call it? Perm-headed something villain.
Settle with the now not so confident looking Mitch Blood Green.
And was so much a factor in the last fight that we showed you here that he didn't double up.
Alright, Mitch.
He was a little bit lazy,
Said you wanted this.
Round. So we'll see
Said you wanted
what he
this.
does about that against Mitch Green.
Always aggressive, right in front of his
Mitch swinging him though.
head movement. Quickest shot.
Mitch swinging him.
There's the left hook I was talking about.
He did draw a warning from Luis Rivera,
Oh,
the referee. Holding. Green's in trouble.
Jesus, he knocked the mouthpiece out of his
Everyone has a
mouth.
plan until they get their mouthguard punched out of the ring in the first round. While Green had all the physical advantages, Tyson's supreme boxing skills and speed negated the gap in size and weight, backing up Green from the
Tyson
opening
clapping
bell,
his
slipping
ass.
and countering, forcing the much bigger man into survival mode from the word go.
Big right hand against Tillis. And what a shot. That is
He
an
punched
awesome
in the
shot.
mouth.
Tyson punched
out
out
of his
Green's
ass.
mouthguard again in the third, whereafter he started mocking his opponent for having a wide, gulping mouth, stalking him across the ring, landing
It's
fierce,
Tyson
single power.
That fish man throws his punch.
Another big left hook.
Hey, Tyson, there, good uppercut. He has to take a stand eventually.
My God, that right
Body shot.
uppercut.
Well, he's smiling. Tyson is smiling, but see, Green has those fast hands.
The fight became so
Green
routine by the
throwing him,
closing
though.
stages, the crowd knew they were witnessing a foregone conclusion. Tyson himself appeared to have his mind elsewhere as he bizarrely kissed his trainer, Kevin Rooney, while he was trying to deliver him intricate strategies and details.
Tyson
regarding the
crazy.
fight.
Well, Kevin Rooney is in there and just jabbering away 100 miles a minute. Mike Tyson leaned over and just kissed him.
Tyson
He
closed
having
the
too
show,
much
trying to
fun
score
with
the
life.
knockout, but Green's disinclination to engage allowed him to grab and clinch his way to safety, resulting in him
Jesus.
losing 9 out of 10 of the rounds on every judge's scorecard.
But we knew
Tyson built
that
like
was
an
gonna win the
animal.
fight so easy because of his style. He's a gang tough opponent, and he took some fairly decent shots. But as you know, I won comfortably, and I didn't try to knock out, and I used a great deal of discipline in there, not knocking him out.
Tyson claimed he carried Green the 10-round distance on
Oh,
purpose.
so he
to
did
punish
knock
for
him
as long
out
as
on
possible.
purpose?
And whether it was true or not, Green's personal pride was hurt, and he was willing to do whatever it took to restore a sliver of respect amongst his peers.
He pissed.
Green
Tyson in there playing with these boys, trying not to knock people out. That's different. Go in there and fight. Try not to knock him out, Tyson. Inflict. Hey, what? He's the GOAT. GOAT. I'm stamping it.
retired from boxing after the Tyson loss and returned to the street to earn a living from selling
He
drugs.
went back to the
He always
streets.
planned to one day get
Tyson
Tyson
to
back in
knock
the ring.
his ass back to the block. Tyson knocked the street back in his ass. He knocked the gang leader back into his ass. He said, I'm cool on this box. I'm going back to the street. What you need? I got nickel dimes, whatever you need, man. What you need? Nickel sack? Hell no.
Turned to the street to earn a living from selling drugs. He always planned to one day get Tyson back in the ring, but as his years of inactivity ensued, Tyson progressed to one of the most dominant heavyweight champions of all time, undefeated and undisputed. The days of fighting lingering contenders such as Mitch Green were over.
Mitch,
it wasn't until a couple of years after their fight that the two would meet again, this time in Green's element, the street. In the early hours of August 23rd, 1988, Mitch Green got wind that Tyson was shopping at a local clothing store close by to where he ran things on the street. Tyson had traveled a fair distance to pick up a luxury leather jacket handmade by one of his friends over at Dapper Dan's. As Tyson was chilling in the store with his entourage, Mitch Green burst through the door on his own, high on angel dust, demanding Tyson either give him a rematch or empty his pockets right there on the spot. Tyson, of course, no stranger to altercations on the street, dragged Mitch Green outside and pummeled him to the ground multiple times. Spectators said that the fight was short, violent, and very one-sided. In fact, it was no longer than 15 to 20 seconds, but that's more than long enough for the heavyweight champion to inflict severe damage. There is no footage of the fight, regardless of the clip on YouTube, but there were many accounts of what happened that all aligned, all except Green's account, where he claimed Tyson sucker punched him and ran.
Who threw the first punch here?
He did. He sucker punched me. Cause
he knocked the eye out of his socket. Jesus Christ, Mike Tyson, a dangerous man. Don't approach him. If you do, do it with caution. And wear some glasses or eyewear or PPE or something walking up on Mike Tyson. Get some PPE. Gloves. Eyewear, helmet. Damn. Corona mask. Anything you can use to be safe. Knock this eye like this. Yeah, he hit me first. I don't know what's going on. All I did was I hit a little angel dust. I woke up in the hospital. Leave the angel dust alone, man. That's what you get. Don't mess with it. What the?
With his friends, you know, and when he hit me, and I said I couldn't get a chance to really get to him like I wanted because everybody was like pulling me, you know, holding me, like so he could get away.
Everybody was holding you, huh?
Get away, and he ran from me.
Green was certain the Tyson scuffle, which became mainstream news around the world, would add enough public intrigue to get his rival back in the ring. But Mitch had already burnt his bridges among the promoters in the sport, with his violent threats to Don King in the past already shadow banning him from ever earning any serious money in the ring.
Damn, Tyson done ruined his whole life with that fight.
Tyson, he filed a civil lawsuit for $20 million due to the injuries he suffered during their fight. The former gang leader came away with one small W to coincide with a long list of L's, winning the case and being awarded $45,000, close to what his purse was during their professional fight in 1986.
Yeah, I remember seeing
they gave him some money.
It was like, broke his socket. Broke the eye socket. Yeah.
He broke his eye socket.
Eye socket.
Leave the dust alone. He almost turned your ass into dust. Cremated you. He started with...
You gotta hit really hard to do some like that, right?
Yes, you do.
Green returned to the ring 7 years later, but at that point he was a shell of his former self and was beaten by journeymen with losing records until he hung him up for good in 2005. As of 2022, Green is still a large-as-life character, but now employs his energy into his love of Christianity. He still has a gripe with Tyson,
still probably
but
wants that
I think it's fair
rematch.
to say the two have now moved on, and whenever the topic is brought up today, they both make light of their infamous 30-year feud.
That didn't work. The boy scared to death. That's we had the street fight. The boy scared to death.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't y'all have a street fight, Mitch?
For the ring, for the street. Thinking the man would do something about it. He wouldn't do nothing. Oh, man, he freaked me out.
Did you know that actually Tyson and Sal are good friends and he comes to the show? He knew, look there. Yeah, it's like Tyson. You see that?
Tyson now in the audience. Tyson was out in the audience. Like, yeah, I'm here watching you. I'm here watching you. Say something slick and I'll come punch your eye out again. I'm not playing with you, man. Mitch Green, huh? Eye socket. I'll punch out eye sockets. I can punch out your eye socket again. Dude. Certain people you don't mess with, and certain people you just don't mess with. Double-edged sword. You get cut both ways. Leave Mike Tyson ass alone. Leave him alone. Gang member, Jesus, anyone. Don't bother him. I'm leaving it at that. I'm leaving it at that. And what should I watch next? Anything else with Mike Tyson or what? What y'all? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, like the video if you didn't. Till next time. Peace.